Hey y'all, welcome to Maverick Gunworks channel. Today I have a bit of a troubleshooting situation I'm going to go over with you a little bit. A customer brought in this Remington 700 with a issue where he was trying to put another cartridge in after it's been fired and the cartridge would not go in, the bolt would not close. So it's almost went in, but like a little bit going in. So just with a flashlight and looking down through the chamber, it appears that there is a broken case actually stuck down in the chamber. So I'm gonna give a look with a camera. I got a bore scope here we're gonna set up, and I'm gonna attempt to show you guys on the video what we're seeing with the with the digital camera. But basically what it amounts to is when the gun was fired, the casing right here on this bottle down neck part, you can see, and I'll show you in the barrel here with the camera, but right about here looks like this part of the case separated, and being so, when he ejected the cartridge, the large part of it came out, but this little rim right here stayed into the chamber. So we're going to take a minute here and see if I can set up the camera differently. I'm going to run my bore scope into the chamber and show you exactly what we're seeing there, and then we'll see if we can strip it down and do what we can to get it out. All right, so hang on a minute, we'll continue with this process. Okay, now we're looking at the inside of the chamber with our magnifying bore scope here, and you're seeing this is the section where the cartridge would sit once the bolt is closed. And right there, out in the center of the screen, you see a real bright, shiny, copper brass looking strip. That is the ragged edge of the neck of the cartridge that's broken off. As we go a little bit further into the chamber, all this is the inside of the brass casing, and right there in the center of the screen is the north end, I guess it is. That's the far end of the cartridge that's broken off. So that will be the top edge of your casing. If you did not have the bullet in it, just a bare casing, that will be the top edge of the casing without the bullet in it. If the bullet has been fired. And if you go a little bit further up, you can see the edge of the brass right there versus the steel on inside the chamber of the rifle. I'll get it back here just right. And while I'm in here, you can see there's a really rough looking spot right there. That is a little bit of pitting, it looks like, actually, in this chamber right before the rifling starts. So we'll roll the camera around a little bit. You can see a little bit of pitting there. And the rest of the roll around and get a 360-degree view of the whole thing. So you got a couple spots with a little bit of pitting on it. Not horrible, but it's not perfect. Okay, now we've been all the way around. Right now, and go a little bit further, you can see the edge of the rifling. You can see the lands and the grooves just starting right here. And as the bullet sits into the chamber, right there is where, once the gun is fired, the bullet will engage this rifling. And that's what makes it spin when it comes out the other end. So anyway, if you've never seen that up close, here's just a little quick view of what it looks like on the inside of your barrel. And here you can see a little bit of a part of this may be pitting, part of it may just need to be cleaned really good. But anyway, so that's what we're looking at. And I'm going to try now a different camera that will maybe give us a little bit different view from the end of it rather than from the side. Okay, so just hang on a second and we'll take a look at that. Okay, as I promised, I've got a different camera here now that's looking straight forward lens rather than on the side. The camera we just looked at looks at an angle from the side of the camera lens, or actually angles 90 degrees from the center. With this one, it looks straight forward rather than on the side. So when I put this camera in the barrel, you can see into the chamber, you see the different colored copper brass looking ring right there. That is the back edge of the casing that is broken off. All right, so gives you kind of a bird's eye view of what's going on inside your chamber. And what we'll do now is I'm going to take this gun apart and prep it so that we can try to remove the broke casing without doing any machine work. What I plan to do is pour a casting of some casting metal into the chamber, and after it sets up, we're going to attempt to push it out, and hopefully the broken case will come out with it. So just hang on there, and we'll see if we can finish this project and show you how it works. I usually do this with my little propane torch, but I can't find it. It's at the dam up on the top of the hill somewhere, I reckon. What the shit I was doing. I need to, you want to hold this for me? Hold it right there.
Yes.
Okay, y'all, it's been a cotton picking challenge to get this thing out of here. When I poured the casting, it's still driving it with my, my steel rods, and I didn't want to pop out like it should have. So I ended up having to clamp the barrel in the vise, take the receiver off of it, just have the rear or the barrel by itself, and was able to get it out that way. So there's the casting, what's left of it. And I'll show you here, if I can get maybe a cinema kind of close-up shot, but this is the culprit right here. So this is the piece of the neck on the cartridge that broke off and was stuck in the chamber. So there's what happened to it. And we're going to take and I'll clean out the barrel really good before I put it back together, and make sure she's slicked up, get all back together, and hopefully we'll take care of it, and we'll get test fire and make sure it's going to do what it's supposed to do before we're done. So anyways, that's just one of the possibilities of cartridge not going into the chamber. Anyhow, if you got something like that that you need help with, give us a call. Maybe we can help you out. Matter of fact, if you have a gun like this, if you have some situation like that, might be a good idea to actually just leave a comment and let somebody else around the country that's watching our stuff know that this is not the only case like that. It does happen, especially if you're reloading your own ammo, or if you've had somebody even load ammo for you. If you've used the casing several times over and over again, that could very well cause an issue. As the casing fire and get thinner, they can be resized, they can be trimmed, but you can't go up so far. Eventually it's going to fall apart. So that could be an issue for you. Anyhow, hope it helps somebody. All right, y'all, we got it put back together now, and I've showed you. Let me grab this right quick. I think I was talking about the piece of the end of the cartridge that was stuck in the chamber. This thing was a bear to get out, but we got it going now. And also another complaint with this gun when the customer brought it was that he could only put 2 rounds in the magazine. It should hold 4 in the magazine and 1 in the chamber. So I've got some ammo here to fit into it, and I think what I discovered, and when I took it back apart, was that the follower under the magazine was not seated properly. Again, may have been tinkered with sometime in the past, but we just put 4 in the magazine, and we're going to close that. All right. We'll eject 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should be good to go now, as far as I can tell. So anyway, there you go. It was not the simple fix I was hoping it was, but we're able to take care of it anyways. Just took a little longer than the easy way, but it's done. Everything works out good. So there you go, another one finished. Let me know if we can help you with something. Maverick Gun Works.